I'm going to explain a little bit about texture mapping controls. To do it, I'm going to first create a quad ball, create 3 faces, and then I'm going to do an internal bridge just to create some faces with enough variation to highlight how the different texture maps can be utilized. Here I'm loop selecting and then scaling these interior faces, creating a hole through the quad ball. Now I'm going to apply material. In this case I'm going to apply carbon fiber, but you'll see that each face has a different orientation of the image map for the carbon fiber. Now I'm going to make a selection for the texture map control and change it to box mode. Now you'll notice that across the faces there's a match between the image that portrays the carbon fiber. There is a little bit of discrepancy at the edges where the images on the box come together. Another way in which you can apply it is with a spherical map. If you take a look at the top, you'll see how the image is converging on the poles, but you still get a pretty good layout of the image across the faces. You need to look through the different types. In this case I'm going to use a cylindrical mapping, but you'll see there's quite a bit of distortion up around this area. So what you're really trying to do is find the proper projection of the image map in order to be able to get the optimal look. We had a cylindrical map, and now when I use this wood texture, it doesn't really look appropriate. I'm going to switch that over to planar. It needs an axis, so I'm switching the different axes to project it in a different direction. So now I've got it, and if you watch as I'm editing the surface, the projection is maintained. And this is a nice feature in that you can continue to do your editing and the map is updating. I'll create a little beast here, putting on symmetry, allowing me to modify it on one side. So if I wanted to create horns, I can just select one side, do an Alt, extrude, do a couple of those, create some horns here, scale it. I have this beast. This is a new way of selecting called range selection. Pick one face, double click on the second, and it'll fill in all the selections in between. Again, just here I'm making a loop selection in the vicinity of a star point. That's something that's new in 3.5. But basically with the new texture map projections, you can create very realistic wood grains and apply image maps for fabrics, tile, wood in a much more realistic manner.